Steve and I are so excited for each one of you to be able to participate and watch this amazing premiere video of The Professionals that was recently recorded in Orlando, Florida at our Believe convention. Guys, hey, listen, if you missed this convention, you are not going to be left behind. We've got one January 10th and 11th, and it is called Rise Up. We'll give you the information in just a minute.
Guys, we shot this video from professionals that are all involved on the This Is It team, and they're explaining why they are seriously building a LifeWay business.
It's amazing.
We've got doctors, we've got attorneys, we've got mortgage brokers, we got businessmen, we've actually got people from all walks of life that are building this business as professionals, and this is going to help you sponsor those exact same type professionals that you're speaking with so that you have credibility with them as you go and speak with them and share this professionals premiere video with them. Like Gina said, if you misbelieve, we've got Rise Up Convention, all virtual, coming at you to get your year started early in January 10th through the 11th. All you got to do is go to thisisitconvention.com, get your ticket, and we want you to start 2025 off on a bang, get you off on a fast track, so make sure you get your ticket.
So hey, lean forward, take note. I'm telling you what, this is going to be a blessing for you in building your business to the top.
1, 2, 3.
You guys are absolutely amazing. Number one team in the world. Number one team in the world.
We've got another amazing group of people here. They're of different professions, and they're going to speak into part of what it is that they see in this opportunity, how we bring this together. And I just want, before we kick this off, I want to tell each of them thank you so much. I do want you to know that we did have somebody else who tried their very, very, very best to be here, and we're sorry she couldn't be here, and I hope she's watching virtually right now. We miss you. We know you did everything you could to be here, but we're going to keep going. The show's got to keep going on. All right. So my first question is going to be to Mina, and she's an attorney. All right. So the question we're going to speak about is, as an attorney, you've navigated many complex legal challenges and witnessed the demands of your profession. What do you see in the opportunity that offers a promising alternative?
Oh my goodness, wow. So much. Time freedom, financial freedom, the fact that we actually share hope with people, the fact that we're impacting people all over the world. And you know what? We have the most amazing system. I think we heard that a lot today from so many people. We leverage the system. We leverage team. You know, as an attorney, it's all depends upon me, my performance alone. Here we have team. And so it depends on our team's performance. And together, everyone is achieving more. And the thing is that the system is duplicatable. We do not need to reinvent anything. We just plug and play and get good at it and help our team to get good at it and see great results. So we have everything that we need to go out there and make this big, and we don't need to tire ourselves out alone.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now obviously what you do is you take very seriously your profession. I mean, again, you took the time to go study, to pass the bar, to practice. You take it seriously. Why do you believe everyone in here should take this opportunity so seriously?
There is nothing like this. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We have the best system, the best product, the best team, the #1 momentum company. What else are we waiting for? We need to go out and tell the world.
Thank you. Isn't that awesome? She's right. So again, I want to say this. So a lot of times, I think within the industry of networking, and I think I'm probably guilty of this, and some of the people in the front row may be too. We talk about our job as our jump out of bed, and we talk about being just over broke and all those kind of things, and we're cynical about that. Don't curse the job that puts food on your table, okay? What you want to do, be thankful for that, And as my friend Candace will tell you, it's a great referral source for building this business, okay? So you're looking to build both until a time that one becomes not necessary. But don't change that right away. Thank you. Okay, Dr. Jane. Now, Dr. Jane and I have been friends for a little while. We've been having the opportunity to build a LifeWave business together. I learned some interesting information about him. You guys know him as Dr. Jane, but you need to know this man also went to law school and passed the bar, okay? So this is a very intelligent individual. He's a great guy. He's very passionate about this. And so from a professional standpoint, I value very much what he has to offer for us. As both an MD, as a practice, or not practicing attorney, but passing the bar, you've navigated the complexities of both the medical and legal fields. What do you see in that opportunity, this opportunity, that stands out to you?
Well, from the medical standpoint, this is a way to expand my practice. I can reach so many more people with this than the four walls of my clinic.
Amen. Amen.
And by doing that, we're blessing more and more people.
Right.
I can help more and more people. The people who can afford some of my treatments isn't everybody.
Right.
But this is almost everyone. And that is the best part of this.
Wow.
And so my feeling is I'm a physician, I'm a businessman too. Without a business, I can't stay seeing patients.
Right.
And if I'm not at work, my overhead keeps going and my income doesn't.
Right.
And so this is an opportunity for me to have an income to where when I'm not in the office, everything is fine.
Right. Right.
And I'm seeing results with this patch that I have not seen in my practice before.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, and I love the idea. Again, when you see a patient, it's an interaction to help somebody one-on-one. Within our opportunity here with X39, we can touch a lot of people. Each of us has that ability to bless lots of folks.
The multiplying effect.
Right.
Right? And I don't know, even at this point, I'm in 8 months, I don't know probably 95% of the people who are below me.
Right.
But that's okay.
That's awesome.
If they need the help, I'm here.
So just to be clear to everybody, you use the patch with your patients,
Correct.
and you're building a business,
Correct.
successfully building a business.
Correct.
Okay, just to be clear.
Yes.
Again, being a physician and treating people and using the product is one path. This is a professional, a business person, using this product within his business to advance his business. Again, that's consistent across everybody on this stage. Right. All right, so last piece, why do you believe everyone here should take this opportunity seriously?
Really? I was talking about it backstage. I think it's inspired by God.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think it's coincidence that we're using light to heal people
No.
when everything good in the Bible is light.
Yeah.
Everything bad is dark.
Right.
And I don't think it's a coincidence this little patch came out in 2020. I don't believe that was a coincidence at all.
Good point.
In fact, I don't believe in coincidences anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, they say coincidences when God wishes to remain anonymous.
Yes, and I would agree.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. I appreciate that immensely.
Sure.
Rick. All right, so Rick is in the real estate industry, been a real estate profession for a few minutes.
37 years.
Had a kid, okay. So you've seen some stuff, ups and downs and a lot of things along those lines. As a real estate agent, you've experienced many of those ups and downs in the housing market. What do you believe this opportunity offers the potential for more consistency?
Well, for me, back at the time I received that phone call from Steve, I was in a decision-making mode on a few things. My practice after 37 years, I would have thought would have gotten a little easier at the end of 37 years, but what I found is it got harder after 37 years with those changes that you're talking about. It got to the point where I have an office at our main office, and then we have an office in our home. And then I found out with my cell phone, it's pretty much my office everywhere I go. Right. And so vacationing with the family, I was finding I'm not really with my family when I'm on vacation. So my time was really, I was time poor. Money poor wasn't the issue. So lucrative business, but I was struggling time-wise. And so there's 3 C's that go through everybody when this gets presented. You start with I guess the curious mindset, and I was curious when he called me. I wasn't convinced yet, and I certainly wasn't committed yet. So I had to move from one to the other. And so on that phone call that day, I was looking at, I was pondering back on a meeting that I attended, and I'll never forget this. We had a panel discussion at our office. We have about 550 agents that I'm part of, and they asked me to be on a panel. On that panel was an attorney, along with myself and a few others. And he said something I'll never forget. They asked him the same question. If you had to give advice to any real estate agent in the industry, what would that be? And he's sitting to my right, and he said, have other sources of income. Don't keep your eyes closed. Go out and develop multiple streams of income. I immediately thought about that, and I thought, well, where's my end game? There's really not an end game in real estate. So when I looked at being time poor, geographically segregated, because my business is in Naples, Florida. Our business now is all over the country. And so that just expanded everything. The one I really have to thank to get me in this business was my wife. Well, Steve was on the phone with me having his conversation. I'll never forget, it was on a Thursday night, and it was an extended conversation. My wife overheard me in the living room, and she came into my office, and she said, who are you talking to? I said, it's Steve Merritt. She goes, I don't care what he's doing, sign up right now. I didn't know the name of the company, didn't know anything about the patch, but when she says, sign up, we're going to get in Steve's organization, that's exactly what we did.
You're a wise man, wise man. Yeah, the industry, housing industry as a whole, obviously has many ebbs and flows, and sometimes we remember those more than others, but over 37 years you see some of those definitely. I actually know another individual that was in a similar, possibly even that meeting where they talked about having multiple streams of income. So think about a practice, think about an occupation. Again, don't know what everybody in this room does. There's thousands of us here. But the reality is if you're in something and not thinking about other streams of income, you're probably behind what everybody else is doing. Okay? So think forward, think about what the exit strategy is. Think about like our younger generation was talking about, compressing your time. That's what you're looking to do. We're not looking to retire. We're just looking to go enjoy more of the things that we want to enjoy quicker. Okay? Thank you, Rick. And then the last part is, again, similarly, why do you believe everyone here should take this so seriously from your perspective?
Well, it's one thing about recognizing opportunity. It's the other thing to take advantage of that opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity that people never take advantage of. And the first thing was recognizing that we had something truly unique, truly protected. And then when I looked at the leadership and did a little bit of research, so now I've moved over from the curiosity mindset to the convinced mindset, I started realizing that we have David Schmidt at the head of the helm here. Talk about leadership. And then you look at Steve and Gina Merritt and what they have done in previous company, and here, setting all these records. You have the perfect storm of opportunity, and if you don't take advantage of it, you're going to lose.
Right. There's a lot of people praying and looking and wanting what it is that we all have on our hands around right now.
Absolutely.
You've been able to say yes. Think of all the people you interact with that are looking for exactly what it is that you have, and you have the ability to bless each and every one of them, and they can do the same for people around them. Thank you so much. David, would you pass that over to Candace on your right there? Candace and I have known each other a little bit. A little background for you guys. My Clark Kent job is I am a loan originator, a loan officer, and I do mortgage. So on housing up and downs, I know better than most, okay? So that industry has a lot of turmoil. Candace works for one of the investors that we actually originate loans for. And so Candace and I have had the opportunity to do some deals together, and question off sheet, have you been in this industry of networking before?
Never.
Never. Okay. Were you skeptical about the industry, Candace?
Very.
Okay. So, you had somebody share a product with you, and you didn't really pay much attention to it. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So, we're going to go on this, but we're going to do a little bit of this because this is an important story for you guys to hear. All right? So, you work in the mortgage banking industry and review people's finances every day. What made you realize the potential of the opportunity after seeing the information from Steve and Gina Merritt you were reviewing?
I saw their bank statements. My eyes popped out of my head.
I believe the call was, are we trying to get a loan for drug dealers?
And I called Kevin and I said, Kevin, what do these people do for a living? I'm clearly in the wrong business. And he said, well, I'm not. Yep. And he said, you know that little patch because I'd been patching and wearing it, but just didn't want to share it with anybody. Just wasn't interested. And boy, did that change when I saw those bank statements. So I call my husband, he's upstairs. I'm like, honey, get down here. You got to see this. And I mean, he had to put his glasses on, do a double take. And you know, it's one thing to tell people how much you make, but I saw it. And I saw it for 12 months. It got bigger each month. It got bigger, those deposits every week. Just kept growing and growing and growing. And so we were on the phone with Kevin and we signed up as a diamond.
Don't be afraid to tell people they can win, okay? When they realize they can win, now we tell a little joke. Emily and I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Some of you guys know that. And when we first got in this industry back in 2005, we used to talk about the people in Florida that made all the money, okay? And if you're somewhere else in the country, it's always the people in Florida that make all the money, right? But why not utilize the success of anybody in this room or elsewhere to propel your business? So I wasn't recruiting Candace. I was doing business to help my friends Steve and Gina do something that they wanted to do. The outcome is because Steve and Gina are generous with their time and with exposing the fact that what they do and how they win, they don't mind people knowing that, right? You don't have to put things in the dark when it's the truth, right? And so Candace and I had that funny interaction and she goes, we have to get going. We have to build this. So why do you think everybody should take this so seriously?
Well, for me, it allows me to I've been doing this for 32 years, so it's going to allow me to keep some of my W-2 income because recently, about 8 years ago, I'm not a CPA, but they did change some of the tax laws, and so I have zero write-offs. So I would look at my pay stub, and I was like, where is my money? I've worked, 50 or 60 hours this week. I'm time poor. And with the additional write-offs that I can have now, it's going to allow me to not only supplement my income, but keep more of my W-2 income, and also help me retire earlier.
Yeah, that's awesome. And again, no one's here giving you financial advice or we talked to your CPA, but again, this is a business. Make no mistake, you are involved. You're a 1099 subcontractor of the company LifeWave. You're a member of the This Is It team, and you have the ability to take advantage of some of the tax codes that exist right now. Scott Brennan can tell you there's some amazing opportunities. Candace is very, very wise. This is an income-producing opportunity that will help her protect more of her day job income. Everyone take advantage of those things. Thank you, Candace. Appreciate it. Would you pass it down to Z on the end, one of you guys, please? All right. So I have to give this man a little bit of credit. So he's sitting up here. This is Z Kendrick, and we're up here, and because he is a home builder is why we have him on here, or construction in the construction industry. You guys need to know more about him. Architect, developer, realtor. This is a man that, again, understands business, and he's not afraid to venture into more fields of that so he can become an expert in that. Is that a true statement?
That is true.
And how long have you been involved in the home industry?
35 years.
Okay. So we put he and Rick down on that end because they kind of buddy up together. They have a lot of the same kind of experience. So Z, being in this industry, you see the same ups and downs as a result of the housing market and the economy fluctuations. What excites you the most about the opportunities with X39 and the This Is It team?
Well, you know, first of all, when rates are low, business is great. We can't control the interest rates. When rates are high, it impacts your ability to do business. Inflation kicks in. You can't control inflation, so the cost of goods goes up. So your margins are impacted. So for me, 35 years being held hostage, I'm just tired. I love what I do. It's not work. It's very easy now. I know how to make things work. But in the beginning, we had to have ourselves positioned to control the revenue. That's why we're architects. That's why we are engineers. That's why we are developers and real estate brokers, so we can keep the money in-house. But the bottom line is multiple streams of income keeps things going. And what I saw was a way out. Before COVID, I was looking at, okay, when is it a good time to move on? My youngest son is taking over the business. Thank God for that. And he told me one day, said, Dad, I think you'd do a salary. I said, really? I said, well, thank you for thinking about me that much. But I want to have more fun. I want to do things I enjoy doing, fishing and just taking time off. Time poor was one of those things that I didn't have. I couldn't do this 19 months ago. I couldn't be here. My business held me hostage. And so now that we've had a chance to run with this, I feel different. My attitude has shifted. I don't care as much about things I used to care about. I feel good. So anyone who's looking at this for the first time, do a self-evaluation. What do you really want? Excuse me. For me, it was freedom. Being able to control what we do. And then after today, listen to David Smith's vision of where we get ready to go, I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you think everybody should take this whole thing so seriously?
You're only going to be blessed maybe once, possibly twice in your lifetime to do something great. Every family, every wealthy family has one person who made a difference. One. One Bill Gates, one Oprah Winfrey. One person in that family made a difference for the whole family. That's us. You made a decision. That person is you.
That's good.
I've been praying and working hard my whole life. I knew I was due better. I knew I had everything that it takes to make a difference. Work ethic is not my problem. I work 50, 60 hours a week. I have no problem working. I want to work smart. I want to have some fun. I want to have some friends with me who are having some fun. I really love this company and what it does for all of us, but we got to take this serious now. It is time to put ourselves on fire.
That's right. Okay. Thank you, Z. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Everyone's got their own reason. Your job is not to determine their reason. Your job is to ask the question of what it is that may set them free. Okay? Answer those questions with them. Keston. Yes. Keston here is in the financial world. He deals with people and helping them secure more and get more and all those kind of things. And what I wanted to ask you, my friend, is as an owner of a financial company, you've seen the volatility and the challenges in the financial market. What do you see this opportunity that offers, what do you see that offers more stability?
So when I look at this opportunity, I think I get to look at it from a different perspective because I deal with a lot of different investors and I get to see how they've all made their money. And there's a common thread that everybody wants, and it's on the stage, but it's freedom. I see a lot of people, and they do very well, and I get to look at their businesses, and we share a lot. And when I look at stability, whether it be in real estate or tied to the stock market, this business you can take in your own hands. It's built for yourself. It's on your own actions and your own efforts. And it's a business in a box. People don't understand that this business costs you a few $100 or maybe $1,700, but the incomes that come out of this, when I share this with investors, because they'll ask me, hey, Keston, you own a financial company. I know you guys do very well. why do you look at this business, or why are you spending time doing this outside the office? And I tell them it's simple. This business creates residual wealth. My business, if somebody's not on the phone, if we're not dealing with insurance claims, which we deal in 44 states nationwide, so we're busy all the time. But if my staff isn't in that office, and sometimes at 3 in the morning handling insurance claims, we're not making any money. But in this business, you are literally making money while you sleep, and that happened to us through a friend in the business, because we have business in South Korea now, so literally while we go to bed, we're making money. And I just say this opportunity is the best opportunity I've ever seen out there, because the income's on this stage in this front row. I don't know if you know, but the average median income in the United States about $60,000. If you want to get in the 10% of the income in the United States, you got to be making about $225,000, $300,000 to be in the top 5%. And to be in the top 1%, you got to make about $600,000. So when I look at this front row right here, I see a lot of 1%ers. And I know this, that a mentor told me, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So I want to get on this front row. I look down this line. I learn from everybody, because iron sharpens iron. And if you want to be better, then get better. And that's why I really love this company.
That's excellent. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you. Dr. Tony Smith. Now, you guys have been blessed, as I have been. He does some amazing Zooms. He gets on these panels. He pours into each one of us, and we're very grateful for you doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As a professional, as a chiropractor and the physician, do you understand the importance, of health and wellness? What do you see in the opportunity that aligns with the commitment to improving people's health?
Well, this opportunity obviously touches everybody. Like I say on the medical part, that there's not a person in here who doesn't walk around without stem cells and needs improvement. So there's everybody walking on earth we can touch and bless. But are you going to ask me another question? Oh, okay. Okay. From the business side of it, I mean, all business owners, the cost of doing business is increasing, right? We all understand it. So as a physician, we're looking for ways to generate more income without increasing overhead. And so everybody out there, our orthopedic surgeons who make a ton of money, are still looking for ways to increase revenue without increasing overhead. And so, like Dr. Jan was saying, this is an opportunity for us as we look at that we can generate income when the doors are closed, the lights are off, or we're vacationing, or wherever. So the business is always going, and so it's always growing.
Everybody should take it seriously?
Absolutely. And as a doctor, this is the hardest part for a doctor. Doctors think about, a lot of times, just touching the people in their practice. To really generate the large income is you got to build a network. You got to create relationships. You got to expand your growth out. You got to see outside the practice. And that's what I see with this type of business. That's why I opened my eyes to it many years ago, is that I can see globally. Like, I can only treat so many people in my town, maybe in my county, but in this business, I can touch lives across the country and make an impact with them, not only for their health, but financially.
That's awesome. Thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you up here on the panel. You guys are amazing. Thank you for pouring into this. Individuals, thank you guys.
Wasn't that incredible? I know you enjoyed it, and it's going to be a great tool for you as you go around building your business, meeting professionals just like them.
Remember, get yourself registered for our next team event, Rise Up, happening in Las Vegas, broadcasted there, all virtual. January 10th and 11th. You get your tickets at thisisitconvention.com. And again, we're excited to have you part of the team, and excited that your belief level as to what you got your hands on was just elevated because of this professionals video premiere.